It's 94.3 The Shark, online at 943theshark.com, and coming to Central Park Summerstage on August 21st. It's none other than the Gaslight Anthem. They've been in our area quite a few times these last few years. Maybe you saw them at the Paramount in Huntington. They were there last Memorial Day weekend. Of course, they came out with a new album this past fall called History Books. It was their first album in 9 years since they got back together. And Central Park Summerstage, here we come. I got their guitarist, Alex, on the phone. What's going on, man?
Hey, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. I know you're down in Atlanta, so does it feel better to hear a voice from the East Coast over here, up north?
It's been a minute since I've been familiarized with that. Luckily, most of us are from here, so we still get to. We're still at home when we're away from home.
Exactly. So we just spoke and said, the tour has been going on since middle of July, and now here we are in the middle of August. So how's it been for this past month so far?
Great. The shows have been a lot of fun. I think we're definitely, officially firing on all cylinders now. Like we're fast and raring to go. It's been a lot of just playing together has been a lot of fun. And I think the show's been really good. It's been really receptive for that too. I think the fans are really enjoying it.
What's the best part about playing together since you guys got back together? It's been a while since you guys have played together, and now that it's gotten to another rhythm, what's the best part of the reunited Gaslight Anthem?
You play with people for so long, you're able to you know where they're going. You know what I mean? The creative process becomes a bit more cohesive that way. So now that we're all back in it again, stuff seems like there's things we can play without having to talk about it ahead of time. That kind of stuff,
Yeah.
Kind of play things more on the fly better, that kind of stuff,
And when the album came out, almost everybody, which is pretty rare for a lot of critics, but almost every critic gave you guys a rave review. I like the one. I mean, of course, you're getting the Springsteen references, and as Brian mentioned in an interview, we finally got the real guy on. But you also had comparisons to. I think somebody said it was a gnarlier early REM. Somebody from Mojo compared.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
I got
really
it.
Rad. Well, I like that a lot.
I got it right here. It says James McNair of Mojo compared the record sound to that of a, quote, gnarlier early REM, The Hold Steady, and yes, Springsteen. So that's kind of pretty cool.
Cool. I'm into that a lot, yeah.
What was it like? I asked Brian when you guys played at the Paramount, because we have a studio that's downstairs. And I asked,
the Paramount.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully you guys can come back again and, try to get you to do
I'll get another brick.
Get another. Yeah, I'm looking at my brick right now.
Nice.
But maybe we get you to do something acoustic in the studio before the show. But anyway,
okay.
I digress. When Brian was there, I know he's a huge Springsteen fan. So am I. And what about you? I mean, being from the area, what was it like just knowing that the boss is aware of you and he was loving you so much that he actually came on a record and had played with you before?
Beyond being from New Jersey, I feel like being on planet Earth, it would be an honor to have that happen. Any musician should be honored to have somebody of that kind of iconic stature be like, yeah, I want to be on your record. But then on top of that, to be from New Jersey, on top of that, it's an extra added level of holy moly.
Absolutely.
I just had to censor myself before the radio. So.
Well, this is pre-taped, so you can say whatever you want.
Okay.
We're gonna edit it out in post, so that's all right. You can.
Anyway,
go on.
So it was definitely a wow, wow moment, especially to hear it back for the first time. Because he was on tour when we were recording, so he ended up tracking his bit in Dublin, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
While we're in Connecticut. So, the first time you actually heard it on the track, it was you
got to get
something to say.
Goosebumps,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Speechless.
Definitely a level up type of moment, I feel for us.
I mean, the whole record's great. I love Positive Charge. We were the first, I think, to put it on here on Long Island. The Weatherman's a great one. And then actually just not recently, not too long ago, you had an expanded edition. The original album was produced by Peter Katzis, who's great. I know he's worked with, a ton of bands in the past. And then you worked with Butch Walker, on the expanded edition. What was that like working with Butch? Because he's just amazing.
Butch is great. Peter also great. It was a blast working with Peter. Like, I love the stuff he's done with other things, like the Interpol stuff and the National. But like, and I think it did great for the record. But then, we'd had a couple other ideas bouncing around afterwards, and decided to work with Butch. Who, Brian he did Painkillers with Butch, so there was already a relationship there, and that it just gelled so quick. From the moment we walked in, it felt like we'd been doing this we'd already been like in the studio for like 3 weeks, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was just like a really good, like, fun time. Bummer it was only a couple of days.
I was
more of that in the future.
Yeah, I mean, well, hopefully we get to hear a lot more Gaslight in the future. You guys stick around a little longer. You guys, it's been over 15 years, and in this day and age, I mean, with I know I've been doing this for 26 years. I'm only a couple of years older than you guys, and I've been doing this 26 years. So I know it's crazy. But what's really crazy is in this life where you lose touch with a lot of people, to have the same 4 guys in the band, since 2008, going out on the road and playing all the records. What is it that speaks a lot? What does that mean for you guys to know that you've been through your ups and downs, and here you are, 2024, almost 2025, and you're still the same 4 guys?
A lot, like I was the last to join, and that was in 2005 or 6, I think, something like that. So it's like, to be able to do this with the same, well, like, first of all, like I said before, you end up getting this kind of second sense for like knowing where they're going creatively, and being able to do that, I think, makes the band better as a whole. But aside from that, it's like, it's part of what I think brought us back together. It's the idea that we've been doing this for so long, like, I don't want to get like mushy and say we missed each other, but you know what I mean? No. It was like a sense to get back to what we did.
Yeah. And it's great.
We didn't break up because we didn't like each other, or we weren't getting along. It was a matter of saving, I guess, what you would say is like the band from having to put out something that, for lack of a better word, just like forced or like half-assed, because we're trying to, just keep the machine going.
Yeah. And
right? So we waited until Brian felt like he had enough material that he was ready for another one of these guys. And, I think it turned out pretty well.
I mean, like I said, it's very rare that you get so many positive reviews from critics, and I don't want it to be every 9 years, because I'm a big fan of the band. So you want to do it every 3 years, that's okay.
I don't think you have to worry about that.
Well, awesome. And of course, Gaslight Anthem are going to be at the Central Park Summerstage on August 21st. Alex Rosamilia, the guitar player, is on the line. Before I let you go, Alex, let's do some quintessential Jersey stuff. What would you say is out of the best places that you've been to? What's your favorite spot just to hang out when you're home in New Jersey?
My favorite spot to hang out in New Jersey is my house, on my couch with my family.
I like that one. All right. Well, that's a closed invite. But if anybody was going out to see you in the public, where would it be?
Oh, I see. You're going to do that? I don't really know. It depends on the season, I suppose. The summer you're going to see me down the shore, depending on where.
And you guys are actually going to be there, too, for that See Here Now festival in September.
Yeah, true enough. I mean, yeah, and next Friday, Asbury as well.
Back at the Stone Pony, yeah.
But I don't know. I live in Jersey. I live in Jersey City, so it's pretty close to New York. We hang out we take the train in a bunch and stuff like that. You see me poking around anywhere. Usually somewhere there's good music or comic books.
Are you a DC or Marvel guy?
I'd have to. Okay, so here's my non-biased answer to that question. Marvel has better heroes. DC has better villains, and that's where I'll leave it.
I think politics might be in your future, my friend, with an answer like that.
I hope not.